What up? I figure I'll continue to do this a little bit. It's how I got through stuff over the last year and a couple months. I'm at a year and 2 months. I didn't realize that, and so that's pretty cool, right? 10 more months, I'll have multiple years back on track. That's pretty cool. I noticed that today. I was tripping this morning, did a video on it, and throughout the day, just tripping. Not as bad, but definitely not as good as I'd like to be, but that's okay. And I remember, on the way, I was praying, please help me, think about shit, and please. And then I said a prayer I said part of my prayer, which was really interesting. I looked up and I said, could you send something my way to let me know that you got my back, right? That's how it went, to let me know that everything's okay. And I get in, I clock in, I go to the bathroom, I go back to my desk, and one of the guys I work with says, hey, can you help out these two ladies? And they were both Jehovah's Witness. And it was such a good conversation. They bought a car for me. We had a good conversation. We were talking about, God and all that stuff. And it's really good. And I thought the whole time, because it distracted me, one. But two, it was just so interesting, some of the stuff they had told me. Because I always like to listen to what people say. And, I really hold on to things that people say. And I have this weird memory of things. And sometimes it's a curse, and other times it's usually a curse. It'd be so much easier to just forget what I said or what somebody said and just, I don't even remember that. I just don't have that ability. I have this, it's just weird. I don't remember everything, so I don't have a photographic memory, and it takes me a minute. But I definitely remember things, and it was really good. I prayed for, I'm going to pass by that place for a little while, and it's going to get used to. Jeez. I'm like, fuck that place. Anyways, it's really good to have had that happen. Just basically 10 minutes after I prayed. These two ladies come in and they're really helping me out. I don't know if they could tell I don't think so. I did a really good job in that deal, but it's really good. So recap, 1 year, 2 months, yay. I have a sponsee now, yay. Not recap, gratitudes. I have a sponsee, yay, who reached out to me today, and we were able to connect a little bit, which is great. So I've always heard people say that, we help them and they help us. It's one addict helping another is without parallel. And really, when we read the sponsorship pamphlet together, that's all it really said. It talks about what the job of a sponsor is. And I've been a sponsor before, but this is different, this isn't ego driven. I'm not being a sponsor for somebody just so I can say I'm a sponsor. It's just, I was sitting there staring through my window at my home group, and I remember last time I stared like that, I was loaded, and this hummingbird was making a weird sound in my ear, and I looked over and just stared at me like this close to my face, and I said, I love you, Mom, and it nodded and then flew off. That happens every once in a while. And so I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden he taps on my window. I didn't even see him walk up, and I'm like, oh, what up, man? it's good to see you. And he was like, hey, you know, I don't know if you're doing this, but can you be my sponsor? And I gave him all the reasons of why I wouldn't want to be. And then I just, as he was walking off, I said, you know what, man, let's give it a shot. So we'll see how that goes. God works for me that way. In certain ways, you know. I didn't mope today, which is good. I was a little uncomfortable, but that's good too. That's all part of, like, you know, creating armor for sure. I was really happy to be at work today, so I'm glad I went to work today. And I work around some people that really care about me, and it's cool to converse with a couple of them today and share my weekend, all that stuff. And, yeah. So all in all, it's good. I'm gonna go home and just be with the kids, which is what I need to do. The nights will be a little rougher, for sure. I know what this all plays out to be like, so I know how this is going to work. So the nights will be a little rough. If it gets really rough, I'll head to the gym. If it's not really rough, I'll write and get some sleep. And I've been through similar situations before, so I know how to get through them positively and not resentfully or angrily or any of that stuff. So everything's gonna work out just fine. And I got to I'm just gonna continue to remind myself of, because the last thing, when you're in a situation where you feel like you're not valued, or whatever, it's real easy to go to that place where you start feeling like you're not good enough. And I'm a big culprit of that. Like somebody could reject me and I will question my value, and that's human. It's natural. It's part of being human. But I don't have to do that. If I sit there and I do that, I'm choosing to do that. What I can do is look at all the blessings and all the gratitudes and everything, and understand that, like, every season comes the way it's supposed to come, and that's okay. And I've gotten through some stuff over the last year and 2 months that will help me get through this. Some tools, some things that I can do to help me get through this. This is one of them. I'm not going to stop making these. Like, I thought this morning, like, I'm just going to fucking get rid of that, making videos or YouTube. And I'm like, that's a bad behavior. I'm not going to quit that. I'm going to utilize it like I have been. It's helped me tremendously. So if it means if I have to do one a day, I'll do one a day. I don't think I need to. I don't think I'm at that place anymore where I need to do one a day. Today's a little bit rougher, for sure. Today's rough. It's okay though. Rough seas build great sailors, right? So just to recap on the day, I sold 2 cars. I did well today. Met some people that really helped me. I prayed for them to show up at my desk, not even for a car deal, and we got to have a really good conversation. They gave me some stuff to read that I'll take a look. Not that I'm going to be a Jehovah's Witness or anything, but they gave me some passages that could possibly help me. I'll continue to whip into reading the Bible, because I've been doing that lately. And I also got the advice of, like, hey, if you're stressed over something, look up and say, hey, can I read something that'll help me with my stress? And then just read. And once you get that answer, just stop reading. So I'm going to try that, and I can always obtain more tools. My higher power is God. So might as well read the book, right? And also do the stuff I need to do. I cut my cuticles. I don't even think I needed to mention that, but He's looking down at it. I'm like, damn, dude, you haven't tended to those. So, yeah. Found Grayson's jacket, so I gotta go home and apologize to him for yelling at him for losing it. I didn't really yell at him, but he did get in trouble. And yeah, put money in the bank, so I'm not completely broke now. Because I was down to the $50 mark. Yeah, everything's gonna be okay. It's all gonna work out. My son and I watched, TV yesterday. I scratched his back. He's 21 years old. He asked for that. I needed to be able to do that for him. He doesn't ask for that anymore. He used to ask for that every single night. I did that for all the way till he was about, I don't know, 13 or 14. Every night he'd come up to me and he'd be like, "Can you scratch my back, Dad?" Scratch his back. To have him come over to me and he could kind of see I was uncomfortable, and he said, "Hey, you want to scratch my back?" And I was like, "Yes." So, yeah, all good. Everything's all good. And yeah, I'm just babbling. I'd rather do this than just sit there and just stare at the road. So anyways, all good. Tomorrow's going to be better than today, even if it's 1%. That's all I can ask for. So, peace.